Hello everyone, and welcome back to the fifth and final round with Jeskai Quellergeist. Once again, I'd like to just apologize for the audio issues I had in the last two videos. I believe I fixed that in a way that makes sense. So let's go ahead and see how we do in our fifth and final round. We will be on the play for sure. Taking a look at this hand, it seems plenty good enough. We would like to have a threat. However, we'll find one soon enough. We're going to lead on Colonnade, wait to see what our opponent does. So this foreboding ruins, huh? I don't know what that means, if I'm being honest with you guys. Probably just playing Steam Vents tapped and passing again. Guessing we're going to get Thought Seized here, or something along those lines. Foreboding Ruins implies a budget deck or just a strictly red-black deck. So maybe it's a pack rat deck. Could be a Blood Moon deck, I suppose. Silent Visitor. 8 rack. I do want to get a basic mountain. I'm sorry, not a basic mountain, a basic island. I'm going to play this Ghost Quarter so that I have the ability to do that if I really need to. Let me see. I need to read this. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, you draw one. Yeah, that's fine. Vampires, maybe? Some kind of red, black, or Mardu vampires. I heard that there was a Mardu vampires budget deck running around. I'm guessing the reason that we haven't played against a Jace deck in a while is because we lost our first round. Yeah, so this is vampires. Beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless an opponent has 10 or less life. I might just let that thing stick around. Go ahead and play this Arid Mesa and pass. Our opponent's down to 4 cards in hand. I think we're fine taking 2 here. Let's see what they play. Other vampires you control get +1/+1 and have first strike. So we're definitely going to take that thing out. They can attack. I'm guessing both of these are attacking. So we're going to take this out. We could take 3 and then Snapcaster Bolt the Lord, or we could Bolt the Lord, Snapcaster Bolt this, and take this out, completely wiping their board. I don't know that we want to get rid of our Snapcaster though. We're just going to take this out. We'll take 3. Then next turn we can Snapcaster and keep Valorous Stance up. Take our 3. We get Steam Vents here, taking another 3 unfortunately. We could also just get Mountain. We don't have Cryptic in this deck, so there's no real reason for us not to get Mountain. We're just going to get Mountain. I'm so used to playing with blue decks that have Cryptic in them that it's just autopilot to fetch for 3 blue sources right away. And we may end up finding ourselves punished for that at some point, but it's not this moment. We'll start with Serum Visions. Lightning Helix seems good. We're at 6 lands already, so we're going to put the Flooded Strand on the bottom, Snapcaster on top. We will play Sacred Foundry tapped, and we're just going to get him with Snapcaster Mage, because it's our quickest route to victory at the moment. And we will Helix this thing eventually, provided a better threat doesn't come along. We have a Snapcaster Mage coming off the top, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this right now. I have no idea what kind of vampires there are in modern. There are probably a lot of them. So I'm not going to be playing around much of anything this game. It's a human wizard. Okay. That's something we are going to kill. Of course, you have 2 of them. I believe we're going to start by just attacking with Snapcaster, see if he wants to trade one. Maybe we'll get lucky and he will. No trade. So now this is Snapcaster, Lightning Helix, one of these bad boys. And unfortunately, our opponent has the card advantage here. However, we do have a 4/4 flyer. Alkenrath Gorger. I have no idea what that card does. Vampire you control. That's madness. Yes, please. I don't think Valor Stance Olivia, I think, is a 4-power vampire. So if we save this, it's 4/8 we can swing back for. Also stops the Dark Confidant from attacking. I think Olivia is one of the ways we lose this game, whereas we're very favored at the moment, so I'm just going to let that go ahead and die. Another land isn't exactly what we want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. So that actually allows us to play Valor's Stance. I think we're going to go ahead and animate this bad boy up. We can actually give it indestructible if need be. So we're in a racing situation, but I think we're going to win the race. He should want to trade here, but it doesn't appear that he's going to. That's fine. You're dead next turn unless you target player sacrifices a creature. Okay. So not dead next turn unless I top deck a bolt or something like that. We're still very easily winning this race. Our opponent has us on a turn 5 clock. We have them on a turn 2 clock. 2 turn clock, 5 turn clock, whatever you want to call it. The Falconrath Gorger we know about is on the battlefield. Opponent's trying to decide what they want to do. I kind of want this to be Olivia just so that my Valor stances aren't dead in the matchup. However, if it's not Olivia, I guess I get to board them out, so that's also good. Probably get to board them out either way. Just that one. Sure. Are there vampires with raid? Okay. Gonna get steam vents, I believe. We could get hallowed fountain. We have a lot of red currently. Soul color seems fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We can't currently keep. We're not attacking with colonnade. Really? I didn't add blue? Sorry, guys. Sorry you have to watch me be horrible at tapping mana. Guessing he's going to discard this by madnessing out that. Oh, he's going to make me sacrifice. Mistakes were made on my part. But we're going to actually get the better of it anyway, because we're going to still be able to sacrifice our Snapcaster because it's going to be indestructible. We can have 6 while he figures out what he wants to do with his life. Opponent didn't even bother transforming this to discarding and casting that for its madness cost. I wonder if he can't do the kicker with its madness cost. That would make sense. Yep. Yep. Alright, we should have this game. Unless they have some kind of a trick that I don't know about. With just this, we should have this game. Now, I don't... This isn't the cast, right? This is the ability. Okay. And now we mana leak this. Once again, if our opponent had done this before allowing us to attack with Colonnade, they would be alive. Alright, so Vampires, Supreme Verdict seems good. Sphinx's Revelation is probably fine. Is it Static Caster seems great. Timely Reinforcement seems pretty darn good. Rune Tail is probably fine. I don't think we need it though. I think this is all we bring in. And we're going to board out. Geist seems like he might not be able to get in this particular matchup. We'll board down one Geist. Spell Snare seems to have a lot of targets. We may not be boarding all of this in. I'll take an Electrolyze out for a Static Caster. Supreme Verdict. Valorous Stances didn't really have very many targets, although it did come in handy there at the end. Geist is also particularly bad because of that sacrifice kicker creature. So we're going to have to be careful enough that we play our threats out only when we can protect them, because our deck doesn't have very many threats. This is a mulligan because we don't have any real lands. This isn't great, but I'm going to keep it. It's not bad by any means. Just, once again, we'd prefer to have a threat. I'm just going to shock Helix that, I think. We'll see what we draw. Or not Helix, Bolt that. And there's no reason to do it. We'll take 2. He has some crazy discard outlet. I think there was a deck in Aether Revolt Standard that was a bunch of vampires and used like Key to the City or Smuggler's Copter. Now he's likely going to be able to crew the Smuggler's Copter with multiple creatures. Like, even if we kill this, it's probably still fine. Both of these are going on top. We're going to put Snapcaster Mage on top first and Path on top so we draw it next. Then we're going to go ahead and shock this in. And we're going to kill the Smuggler's Copter with Lightning Bolt. Just very much taking on the control role here and hoping to beat down the Snapcaster Mages afterwards. Duress is pretty good. Looks like we're taking 3, at least. Then losing our Lightning Helix. At least we got rid of the Madness Creature in time, or before the Smuggler's Copter attacks. Duress is such a good card. I forgot how good it was until I started playing with it with that blue-black control deck that I mentioned in my PPTQ videos, which you should check out if you haven't seen. But it's just, I've always played Jeskai control in Modern, so like getting access to black in a control deck is so good in the mirrors. It's just wonderful. Instead of having to wait, hold up mana, and pay 2 or 3 mana to counter a spell, you end up just taking it for 1 mana at the very beginning of the game. First turn of the game, dress you. Take your best non-creature spell. Okay, so he did have a Madness payoff. We've got Path on top of our deck. We could also go with Snapcaster, Lightning Bolt. We're going to save the Snapcaster for the Lightning Helix, but we have another Snapcaster on top of our deck. I think this turn is Hallowed Fountain tapped. Path this guy and hope he doesn't have something to crew the Smuggler's Copter. If he has an Olivia, that's going to suck. I don't know if they play Olivia or not. Alright, so he's able to crew the Smuggler's Copter. The Smuggler's Copter actually is presenting a real threat. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it has been. Just a haste creature every turn that also loots. Man, no wonder it got banned out of Standard. I think my play may next turn be to take this Smuggler's Copter out at the beginning of combat. We'll go Snapcaster, Great Lightning Helix, Helix Smuggler's Copter, and have the Snapcaster to block. Okay, take my Sphinx's Rev. I think it's really close to turning on Asylum Visitor. Which hopefully isn't going to be on the battlefield for much longer. The deck actually seems to have some potential to it, so I don't think it's going to be tier 1 in Modern anytime soon. Well, that's not a card we wanted to see. We could Snapcaster, Helix, the Asylum Visitor with this on the stack, then we're only taking 3. But that doesn't allow us to deal with the Smuggler's Copter. Currently, this comes down. He uses that to crew the Smuggler's Copter. I'm going to kill the Asylum Visitor with this thing on the stack. Or at least that's my plan. Fatal Push would be such a beating right now. Back down to 10. Our opponent's still optimizing his draws. Hopefully he doesn't have like Inquisition or something like that. I was not expecting to get my hand torn apart by black-red vampires when I joined this league today. I was expecting to lose to Jace the Mind Sculptor. I wanted my mind to be sculpted. We knew we were drawing that path, so now we have Snapcaster. We're just going to pass. We're going to kill the Smuggler's Copter finally. Hopefully he doesn't have another dress. That resolves. We're going to path this. We're going to Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Bolt the first strike guy, and block with Snapcaster Mage. This will go down to a 2-2, right? Yeah. So, Snapcaster Mage. Lightning Bolt. Bolt this guy. Go to box. Just putting one in front of him. We are out of cards in hand, which is not good. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand that have been refined over time. That Smuggler's Copter. I think we actually just want to draw another land to turn on Colonnade. Can I get a Steam Vents? No. Alright. Can deal with that. This doesn't have Menace, does it? Okay. Somehow we ended up in a racing situation with them again. Possible we should have attacked with the Snapcaster Mage to play around the first Strike Lord. Get punished. The rest at 6, I'm not blocking. Lightning Bolt, take care of that. Lightning Bolt, take care of the first Strike Lord. What is the best way to go about doing this? So currently, he has us on a 2-turn clock. We also have him. No, we don't have him on a 2-turn clock. We can chump block though, which takes him down. But if he has a Fatal Push, we're really screwing ourselves over by attacking with this Colonnade. He didn't have the Fatal Push last turn, and he also didn't have this Storm whatever, because he would have played it. I'm just going to attack with the Colonnade. And I'm going to chump next turn. We could let this through. Then if he doesn't play a creature, we win on the swing back. But I think we're just going to chump here in case he has a lightning bolt. This leaves us out of finding a red source. We're at 1. Damn it. I don't think we could have beat 2 lightning bolts anyway. If we had killed this, were we at 6? Anyway, next game. Didn't expect that at all. Did not expect to get my hand torn apart. Knowing our opponent has Smuggler Copter makes this a little bit more appealing. As does Pithing Needle. But I'm not sure there's anything that's better than what we have. I should have paid more attention to whether he had 2 drops or not. I think we just resubmit this list. I think the majority of the time we're going to beat this deck. Be pretty astounded if we didn't after I talked all this shit on it. This hand doesn't seem very good, but the counterspells on the play are a lot better than they are on the draw. So we are going to keep. We're going to go lead on Island. Pass. Argument for playing out Engineered Explosives right there. Not expect him to have fetch lands either. His mana base is weirding me out a little bit. We'll go Flooded Strand and pass. We're going to get Sacred Foundry off of this more than likely. And hold up Spell Snare for whatever card he's about to play. Or Mana Leak if he has Address. That I will Spell Snare. And I'm going to go get a Sacred Foundry. Serum Visions isn't bad. Probably should have played that before playing my land. Static Caster seems pretty darn good. Vendilion Click seems fine. We're gonna go top with Static Caster on top. Pass. Take another 2 off of this guy. And have Mana Leak up for whatever he goes to play. It's not like he cannot play out spells. I will Mana Leak that. Because I don't want you to know what my hand is like. Play out a 1-drop. A little 2-for on this turn. Gonna do this. Pass. I am just going to go ahead and blow this because I don't feel like taking 4. Island Visitor dies. Is it Static Caster? As does Dark Confidant. We're playing this right now. Leaving up the Sacred Foundry. We're going to hit the Dark Confidant. Pass. We'll take the 3 off the Asylum Visitor. Land wouldn't be a bad draw. Fiery Temper. Do we don't even have anything to deal with this Asylum Visitor, so at the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player, so he actually gets to draw cards off of this damn thing. It looks that way. Gonna just Snapcaster, Mana Leak this. No, we don't want a Snapcaster. We could just regular Mana Leak it. Or we could Flash and Spell Queller. We're just gonna Mana Leak it, I think. Yeah, I think we just Mana Leak this. Mana Leak's also getting worse as this game progresses, so we are at 9. Falcon Wrath. Removal spell. We are actually dying to this deck. Timely Reinforcements isn't bad. Lightning Bolt is better. This is pass. Guessing just the Falcon Wrath Gorger's getting in this turn. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and dump this. Okay, so he must have a bolt or something in hand. Possible it's a Skullcrack. I'm not playing around Skullcrack at the moment. Okay, feeling much better as long as we get to untap without an Olivia or something coming down. Yeah, the Falcon, yeah. Gonna try to get our opponent dead. Hoping he gets the spell so I can Spell Queller it. Olivia. This is gonna die. Our opponent's back down to 1 card in hand. Or not even in hand. I didn't actually read what Olivia did. Remember, if you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1. Taste. Okay. Taking 2 here. Hitting Helix is pretty good. We can hit that and still keep up click for their draw step. Possible we should have just saved that Helix for them. Man, we are down to 6 minutes already. Your draw step. Click yeah. Land? What did you discard? I didn't get to see. I wanted to see it. Would you like to attack me with your 3/2? I'm guessing not, but you've been doing some weird stuff this game. I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep, and I'm going to use this Field of Ruin on my upkeep. Alright, so we got there, guys. We got the 1 chest for the league. We lost to Jace, control, the Sultai control deck with Jace and Liliana, and the human stack, which I've never lost to before. I'd have to go back and watch the video one more time just to see exactly what happened. I'm sure I made some mistakes there, so we'll find out. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave any comments you have about the gameplay in this match in the comments below, and I hope you watch again soon. Thank you.